Morning traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So the downward move yesterday did play out. We're a little bit short of the actual gap, but and also a little bit short of this fractal level here. Now, this is often happens. You often get people that are ambushing. That's why I say always take your profit a couple of points before the actual level. Then you would have got most of that move. Okay, and it's always tempting to look for the next level because greed sets in. But that was the decent area to get in, and yep, that's what played out. And what has transpired, very interestingly, is we have broken this trend line. I'm not entirely convinced that it's a break of the trend line. Reason being, you can see we broke the triangle a couple of times, the downside here as well. So I'm sort of the opinion that it's not a triangle that we need to be looking at, but rather a fairly strong range. Okay, so price at the moment is testing this previous breakout. You can see, not last week, the week before, you can see there's a lot of buyers stepping in at this level, and we are currently right at that level at the moment. I suppose we have kind of broken this fractal and closed above it. I'm still a little bit concerned about the lack of momentum here from the awesome oscillator. So that's just indicating that we are ranging. I do like the way the alligator is pointing up at the moment, so that does bode well for a long, but obviously I'd like to see a bit of a pullback. So if we look at the hour at the moment, I'm not really too keen about getting in for a short here. You can see the difference in the setup for yesterday. Yesterday I was looking at a short here for the gap close, which eventually played out after quite a drawn out process, but then we've had a fairly strong rally to the upside. Okay, now another reason why I'm not really keen to be in long at the moment is we have a wedge right up onto a level. Okay, now I'm just going to fine tune that to my inside tail, which is there. Okay, there's no inside tail here. This is a breakout. We are experiencing a breakout of this level here. Not a very strong one, but it is a breakout at the moment. We've got some fairly strong momentum for this move, but it does look like it's a little bit tight, and we are at a fairly significant level. So I'd really like to see us pull back. I don't know if we're going to get such a deep pullback, but yeah, I'd like to see us pull back quite far, and then possibly that this turned out to be a channel, either like that, but that's probably the most likely one at the moment. Okay, so you can see we've got some intersecting trend lines here. We've got a 200 EMA. We don't really have a breakout. I suppose we do. Sorry, let's use this one here. There's our fractal level there. You can see there's a lot of selling had happened there, so I'd like to see a retest of this area. Okay, so in other words, what I'm looking for is something around 26994, possibly 2700 as well. So that is the critical part here. We're sitting at 27028 at the moment, which is kind of flirting with this area here. Okay, so if 2700 does hold on the higher time frame, so we're looking at the 3 or 4 hour, then I do suspect we'll get some more upside. Okay, right, just drilling further down. I think I'll take the 12 minutes. I think for today it's a wait and see game. See what happens on sort of after 9 o'clock South African time, pretty much as Europe opens. I think that's the best place to have a look at this, and pick up your fractals off 12 or 15 minutes and take your trade accordingly. So at this stage, trend is up. So from the 12 minute all the way up to 3 hour. 3 hour, we've had a potential trend change. 1 hour, we are trending at the moment. So, if you're looking at this chart at the moment, you're looking for longs, but you want to wait for the pullback. Okay. And if we just come back 30 minutes, trend is very much to the upside. And again, I'm looking for longs, but I'm looking for a pullback. And you can see the slow drift to the downside. There's no real momentum to the downside. So this is just really drifting sideways. So you're looking for a level. And this area here is a fairly decent level. But bear in mind, we do have a little bit of a gap down the bottom. So we don't see a gap in the futures market, but there's definitely a gap on the actual market. And that gap is 50 points at the moment. Okay, so I'd like to see a pullback, even to come and close a gap. So one of these two areas here. So it's 27,016, but ideally I'd like to see 26,994 or 26,990 around that area for a long. Okay, and then what you have, I really wouldn't take this fractal here, but we can get in around there. I would pretty much take this fractal here, which is an 80-point stop loss. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. And even on the lower time frames, you can see it's been a little bit volatile, but nevertheless, the current trend is to the upside. So we want to be trading with the trend and trade to the upside. Okay, guys, so that's it for me today. Basically, buy the dips, look for your levels on every fractal, and you can take it off for 30 minutes, half hour. Put those levels in on your fractals and look for them. Just watch out. There is a gap here, so that's why I say you could get a really deep pullback. You could even get a pullback below this fractal here, down to this trend line. Okay, because it's almost an intersecting, well, probably will be an intersecting trend line, depending how you draw it. But there's an area of interest here, and that's the area that I'm looking for. So just do this. It's kind of one of the areas of interest. There's my level, and there's my level. Okay, so that's what I want to be buying off. Okay, guys. Anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.